All right, guys, what's going on? All right, welcome back to Sweet Tea with Don B. For all you new subscribers out there, appreciate it. Appreciate all the support, all the PayPal donations. Appreciate it, guys. Well, let's talk again about Sebastian Rogers. I don't really know from here forward how many more videos I'm gonna do on it. Things are starting to die down. Just nothing's happening, guys. I really do wish, though, law enforcement would do a press conference. I think, in my opinion, law enforcement could do a press conference, and if they hit certain things in the press conference, it would really nip a lot of this stuff on YouTube in the bud. Social media. I'll just say social media because it's more than just YouTube. I hear it's Reddit. I hear it's Facebook, Instagram. So we'll just say if in my opinion, if law enforcement done a press conference and touched on a few topics, they would really help out the situation that's going on with social media. And I'll just say that. I really wished, I hope, and nobody can force them to do it, but I hope law enforcement at some point does a press conference for Sebastian Rogers, and I hope it helps the temperature out there on social media, if you will. The other thing I got to thinking about today is I'm starting to think that we're going to be here 3 years from now, just like the Summer Wells case. And the only reason I'm saying that is because, Sebastian went missing with his mom in the house with him. Summer Wells went missing with not just her mom, but her brothers too, and her grandmother there. So, are we going to be here 3 years from now, just like in the Summer Wells case? It's not looking good, guys. Law enforcement, they've not really said anything press conference wise, but when they do say something, they keep referring to not much evidence. No evidence to arrest anybody. So it's not looking very promising, guys. It's not looking very promising. If you were to ask the TBI or the Sumner County Sheriff's Office how confident they feel in the case being solved, if they were honest, right now, I believe they would say, well, we don't really feel too confident. But they're not going to come out and say that. But, looking at it as a whole, and them saying that there's no evidence to arrest anybody and not much evidence, it's not looking good. Just a straight shooter, that's what you get with me. That's my opinion. Unless things change, that's how I feel, guys. That's honestly how I feel. I don't see much. I don't see much going forward in the Sebastian Rogers case from here, unless police gets some kind of bombshell evidence or whatever they need to blow the case wide open. I just don't think going forward, we're going to be going anywhere. Of course, we can still keep his name and story out there. Don't get me wrong. We can still do that. But as far as the case goes, digging into people, that kind of stuff, it's just, I think we're getting to the point to where we still need to focus on that house. We need to focus on KAITE, and we need to focus on what the police are doing. And unfortunately, the police ain't giving us much, KAITE's not talking. And, I mean, Lord, last time we heard, Sebastian, there was no sign of him even being at the house, with as far as the searchers go. No sign at all, apparently. And again, Summer Wells had multiple people at home when she went missing. And police still don't know what happened to her, right? Sebastian just had KAITE home with him. So, let that sink in. Let that sink in. Summer Wells had multiple people at home when she went missing. And nothing. 3 years later, not a damn thing. A lot of people are talking about the lie detector tests. Did everybody do good on their lie detector test that took one? I don't even think we have conclusive evidence of who even took one with the police. I'm not talking about Nancy Grace. I'm talking about, with police. Nancy Grace can't interrogate somebody if they show deception on one that she gives. I think the people that, in my opinion, I think they ought to make everybody around Sebastian. I think they ought to make them take a polygraph test. If not all of them have taken one. Seth ought to take one with the police. Chris ought to take one with the TBI administers them. So I think Seth, Chris, and KAITE all need to take one. Along if police think that other members of the family or anybody associated around Sebastian, if they feel like they need to be polygraphed, give them one. But it needs to be administered by the TBI, officially by the TBI. Because, Big Bird can do it, the Cookie Monster can do it, but if they show deception, they can't interrogate. I guess they could interrogate them, but it ain't gonna matter a hill of beans, because they're not officially involved in the investigation, so they can't officially make a difference in it. So there's a difference between showing deception if the Cookie Monster's giving you a lie detector test versus a TBI agent. Two different things, So, let me know what you think about that. And last thing I want to talk about, guys. And let this sink in. Truly, I know what I'm about to say. There's not much to these questions, but it really hits home. Okay? It really hits home. And think about what I'm about to ask you, because this hits home. Would KAITE kill Sebastian? Would Chris kill Sebastian? Who around Sebastian could harm him to the point of death? Therein lies your answer if he's not with us no more. Who around Sebastian could harm him to the point of death? Therein lies your answer. Would KAITE do it? Could KAITE do it? Would Chris do it? Could Chris do it? If Sebastian is no longer with us, something happened at that house that night with KAITE in the house. And, you know, some people are like, well, maybe Seth had someone do it. I don't think a stranger is going to come in to that home with KAITE being there and take Sebastian out of that home. Well, maybe Sebastian snuck out of the house and met somebody down the street. A possibility. But I don't think Sebastian would do that with him having autism. Let me know if, first of all, would people with autism, would they be fearful of going out of the house late at night? Does autism have anything to do with that? But the thing about it is, if Chris and KAITE have nothing to do with it, then who around Sebastian could harm him to the point of death? I hate to go there, but it's been months and nothing. And there's been a lot of red flags in the case too. And I still have hope, but you've got to logistically look at stuff. If Sebastian is not with us, if someone took him to harm him, even if they just took him to harm him, or just took him, I think he would have been located by now if someone took him, because it would have been somebody that the family knew. And I think police have had ample enough time to investigate all those people. So my main focus, guys, is on that house, on that night, and on the people that were around and knew Sebastian. So let me know what you think, guys. Let me know what you think. Drop some comments below. Again, I don't know. If I don't do any more videos on the case, I'll just do videos keeping his story out there, about all you can do. It's about all you can do, because ultimately, at the end of the day, unfortunately, the police are the ones that are in charge of the investigation. And here we are 3 years later in the Summer Wells case, and still at square one, according to police. Is that where we're going to be at 3 years from now in the Sebastian Rogers case? Let me know what you think, guys. And I'll see you on the next video.